Hello everybody and welcome to our match between CM After Dark and Gen.M Esports. CM After Dark is our home team and they did end up winning the coin flip, deciding to go for first pick. Meaning that Gen.M Esports banned out Cursed Hollow and Cursed Hollow 2.0. CM After Dark then banned out Infernal Shrines and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Gen.M Esports then decided to take us to Dragonshire, one of the main solo lane maps, which is a pretty significant statement, potentially. Cawthorn's bunkers were absurd last game. Like, they were crazy. Feat picks for rewards? Maybe. Maybe for an absurdly high point value. We'll see. Oh, I guess I'll be casting Gen.M again. Thank you, MatchD007. Good to see you around. Good to have you. We do... Chat is active. I will try to be engaged with chat as much as I can, but we do have a draft to cover here. So, Stukov and Blaze get banned out, speaking of those bunkers, as well as Hugger and Junkrat. I've been seeing a lot of Junkrat bans lately. I don't know if there's a specific reason for that. Dahaka, though, a pretty solid ban. He's a pretty strong solo laner. Brightwing Brightwing Garrosh. Brightwing Garrosh work pretty well together, honestly. Brightwing can just make it so that Garrosh can't be nuked by spells for a short time. Speaking of spells, there's a Li Ming. So Brightwing definitely is going to have some serious value here. Anduin's solid counter pick into Garrosh. You know, that's your, you get thrown and then you get pulled and then you, find out a solution for Whiplash because your neck is definitely snapped. As for the bans, I'm actually not sure what we see banned here. Maiev! Always a fair ban if you know the opponent can play it. Maiev is just a monster in the right hands. To be fair, last time we saw her, she didn't do too much, so this might be a decent level where you can deal with a Maiev, even if she's really good. We do have the Flying Corpse banned out. For those of you who don't get that joke, there are plenty of ways to figure out that joke. I like making that joke far more than I should. Like, miles more than I should. Bromide Greymane. So we've got a pretty long fight comp here with Brightwing healing and Bromide Greymane. Interesting you run Garrosh in a stall comp like this. So we probably won't be seeing people get thrown into danger as much as out of the friendly team. Look forward to playing both these teams in the season. Yes, absolutely. Please use this opportunity to scout your opponents. I benefit from it, and I have people to talk to. So, you know, fun all around. Should quickly, speaking of, that's good. We do have Mei Hanzo. So another kind of stall comp. Ming obviously has a lot of burst capability. It's just kind of a textbook comp. It's not so much stall or blow up or anything like that. It's just kind of generic, I was gonna say low division draft, but just kind of generic draft. And Sonya Dahaka is gonna be the matchup for that top lane. Full 5-man team fights probably favor CM After Dark, but this is not really a full 5-man team fight map. Garrosh can probably handle Mei alright, making sure she doesn't do all of her shenanigans. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. A lot of it depends on if the teams play into their drafts properly. Alrighty! I forgot to do my fanciness, so we'll have to wait for next game for that. But on the left side, we have CM After Dark with Death Punisher, we'll just say that, on Anduin. Shut Up Heidi on the Li Ming. Tiger on the Lizard, Dahaka.
Battle commencing in
Icex
10
on
seconds.
the Mei. And final Cheetown on the Hanzo.
4,
As for
3,
the right side, Cawthorn, who's being pinged repeatedly on Sonya. Leorice on the Greymane. Infofox on the Garrosh. Randy Newman on the ever-adorable dragon Chromie. And Patience on the other ever-adorable dragon, Brightwing. Dahaka nearly getting instant blown up there. That was a lot of damage onto a Dahaka right out of the gate. Do immediately start seeing the rotation. Let's get the music playing for you guys. Lots of quests, too. It looks like we're going to see a race car Dahaka. Chromie has very low HP there. Leorice going in without any support. Does survive by the skin of his very pointy teeth. Wave's getting blown up just fine. Just gotta sit the camera there for a minute.
You think yourself worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Prove it. Take control of the shrine.
Chromie does look like she's gonna be going for the trap build. I think that's a trap build. Oh, it's just... yeah, it reduces the arming time. So yeah, it looks like Chromie is going for a trap build, which is very common at higher tiers. I don't think we really see trap build Chromie this low down typically. It takes a lot of coordination with your team to get significant value, but we will see if it gets significant value. Both the siege camps were picked up. And it does look like Dahaka is going to be getting a little bit of assistance with that bruiser camp. Not a whole lot going on down here, so let's go ahead and... oh, never mind, spoke too soon. Meg does get thrown just a little too close to that garage. She is A-okay, though. It is the blue bruiser camp, which is complete first. I'm hesitant to move away from here, but I want to look at the off-lane a little bit. Red bruiser camp is joining the fray up here. Dahaka does pop the essence. Cawthorn healing quite a bit off of that wave, but there's just not a lot of minions alive at the moment. You can blame Leorice for that. Without minions around, I'm pretty sure Dahaka wins. But there is a Greymane backing her up, so yep. Bruiser camp is mostly cleared out at this point. Does look like red team takes the top point, but sacrifices the bot point. Makes sense, as they do have number advantage. Big throw onto Li Ming from the line of sight. Unfortunately, Chromie does not have enough damage at this exact moment to solo burst a Ming there through all of the healing and stuff. But as you saw there, there is a really hard to see spot for tanks right around that corner. And it is absolutely monstrous if you can get vision on enemies and just walk in there like that. Like, there's basically another bush in that little area. My cursor doesn't show up, otherwise I'd point it out. Again, not a whole lot going on down here. Let's see if I'm right about the off-lane matchup. She does have the auto-attack healing. But I'm pretty sure... yeah, without minions to heal up. She does have a lot of sustain. Oh, Hanzo shows up to join the fray here. Cawthorn very low. Does get the tongue. This is not a great position to be in. Losing your solo laner at this stage is a little rough. It might cost the Dragon Knight, honestly. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Garrosh trying to stay alive as much as he can, popping the Unstoppable. Chromie just barely missing that Q. Big pull from the Anduin to get Mei back into the fight, but she did not have the health bar. Leorice backing out with no HP. Brightwing doing some seriously good healing for her. But unfortunately, she was unable to get out of danger herself. Sonya did get herself up into that top lane there, meaning that is not going to be a Dragon Knight. Leorice is going to grab the Siege Camp as well as the Hanzo. Bruisers are 1 minute each. probably going to see a lot of camping this game, it looks like. Stun onto the Anduin. Big pull. Mei does show up to shut down the Chromie and possibly kill her into the fray, or as more accurately called, out of the fray, to help the Chromie out. Big time stop as the Dragon Knight begins its march. Who's in that? Oh, the Greymane. You managed to sneak that. Big rewind on the Anduin. Mei is all on her lonesome. Does pop her ice block there. There's a lot of map pressure coming out from Gen.M here. This entire bot lane is quite strong, and the Dragon Knight obviously has a lot of pressure in and of himself, just harassing that mid lane. I will have to check once it goes down.
Was never yours.
About a full front wall. Taunt onto Mei, almost securing her kill. I don't think we've had a... Oh, we have had deaths. Right, yeah, because Sonya got picked off. Who else died? Many other people died. Garrosh in a lot of pain here. Big light bomb on Anduin. Did not have a whole lot of health. Healer for healer trade there. Mei in a lot of danger. Big stun onto the Garrosh. That armor getting him a lot of value. Cawthorn gets killed by the multi-shot by a very little margin. But Li Ming goes down as well, and Greymane is right behind Sonya. Ultimately, a 2-for-3 trade in favor of CM After Dark. They've been doing well for kills, but they don't have a whole lot to show for it. Because, I mean, there it is. Yeah, you've got a bunch of deaths on the red side here. Not a whole lot of deaths on the blue side, but who has more structures? At the end of the day, that's what wins you the game. You could have 100 kills, but if your core dies, doesn't matter.
My beloved is gone, but his power remains.
Dragon Knight is going active again pretty soon. A little bit of CC overlap on the Mei. Probably overkill, but those are fairly short cooldowns. And does secure a pretty beefy tank kill, who's down for 20 seconds. That's a long time right here.
There must always be a Dragon Knight.
Honestly, the next few moments depend a lot on that solo lane. Without a tank, they can't easily step up onto the moon. Yeah, Moon Shrine. Let's go ahead and watch that solo lane matchup. Big stun onto the Sonya. Does look like she's going to back off. They do have 13 advantage. She does also have a camp that's pushing a bit. Greymane showing up to help, but Mei is back in the game.
Ice wall coming up.
Ice wall completely shutting Chromie out from the camp there. So that's a pretty long cooldown. Unstoppable being popped a little bit too early there. Seed camp instantly destroyed. Red team does secure that top lane. Dahaka being bullied out. Oh, throw over the wall, followed immediately by the Anduin pull. Rewind onto Mei. Not too long a cooldown. Garrosh taking a lot of damage. Does not really have anything to back him up. I think Brightwing has her teleport, but she may not. Garrosh does get stunned, losing a lot of HP, just keeps healing up. Big unstoppable. Does get stopped by the Chromie time trap, which unfortunately I think he was dead either way. The extra armor helps. Bit of aggression from the Li Ming. She does eat some tower shots. Leo Rice diving into the backline straight onto the Hanzo, killing him instantly. Ice Wall to initiate the disengage. Bit of damage onto the Brightwing there. And Sonya is starting to bully Dahaka away from that top lane. This is potentially another Dragon Knight in favor of Gen.M. But CM After Dark does rotate to it. Sonya did not have the vision beforehand, does rotate into the bush, taking a lot of her HP, and does use her ultimate to get out of danger there. This is a full rotation from Gen.M Esports onto the objective. Throw from Mei straight in with a taunt and a light bomb. Her health's just ping-ponging around, but unfortunately it does hit 0 before it can be healed back up to full. Leroy's going in even further, losing half of his HP. Just barely leaving before the towers get taken out. Dahaka does rotate down to that bot lane. Pops a stasis. Leroy's doing the best he can. Greymane Syndrome in full swing here. He does pop the Sippy. Starts walking back out. Big stun onto Garrosh. Stasis did save the Chromie there. She has no mana though. She's practically dead here. Speaking of practically dead, Garrosh also has no health. Forced out of the fight completely. That is definitely a fight win for CM After Dark. But Sonya takes that fight win and says, no you, taking that top fort almost completely. Leroy staying in. My word, that dude has bloodlust. You only paid for it once, I think. Big throw from the Garrosh. Dahaka can just kind of lead whenever he wants. Both objectives have been picked up once again by Gen.M. So everybody starts their rotation towards the middle. Except Sonya. Sonya's gonna finish that fort first.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Bye-bye. Stun onto the Chromie. She does get thrown out from into the fray. Ice Wall, though, probably securing the Garrosh's death here, and he does go down slowly and painfully, unable to do much because of that isolation. Dragon Knight does get picked up by the Sonya, though. These Ice Walls have been insane from Mei so far. I think only one hasn't gotten, like, any value. I've not heard something I agree with so much. I don't know if it's me that said something, but thank you, I suppose. I need more context. That was 30 seconds ago.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Bottom fort does get taken out here. Dragon Knight still available.
Power is yours no longer.
Bot Bruiser is being picked up by the CM After Dark here. The map's about even now. Not much going on. It looks like Gen.M is just looking to answer this camp right now. Yeah, both teams are just kind of avoiding each other. So let's go ahead and look at some of these talents. The Dahaka build is a little different than your normal race car Dahaka build. Chromie picks up her own stasis as well. Infofox taking half his health there. It's fine though, a little bit of siege. Oh, it does look like we're gonna see a full-blown team fight happen here. Pull does go out, rewind onto someone. I hear lots of ults getting popped. I see lots of visual effects. I don't see a lot happening, though. Chromie, though, dropping basically no health, does go down. Followed immediately by the Garrosh. Li Ming resets coming absolutely out of nowhere here.
It won't be long before the shrine
just spiraling into... Yep, spiraling into a full team wipe. Diving under that mid fort there. Greymane did buy some time. Not sure how much time or how valuable that time is. Looks like Mei is going to go ahead and head out to probably take care of top wave as well as objective. Probably actually almost certainly a CM Dragon Knight, which is their first Dragon Knight of the game. They do have to kind of deal with that top lane though. Not a ton, but they do kind of need to answer it. This is level 20 with a level 20 advantage, actually, with a Dragon Knight that can push onto core. So this could potentially be game. Gen.M Esports are one mistake away from losing this. And that might have been it. That was 2 fairly long cooldowns used on the Mei there. She does get thrown yet again. That is a second pull that comes out. Stop onto Dragon Knight. Big light bomb, not hitting anyone, I don't think, actually. Lots of throws, keeping Mei at bay. Speaking of keeping at bay, Dragon Knight just getting time stopped constantly here. 0 armor, just absolutely getting shredded by Chromie. Garrosh is doing the best he can to take out that Ming. Isolation should be wearing off momentarily for this Sonya. Ming does go down. Only 20% lost. That's not a bad Dragon Knight defense at all. Dahaka speed. He's fine.
The red team.
Hey, studio! Welcome! We're in for a great time tonight. Yeah, no. This, like... I need to cast more Div A matches. Div A has seriously impressed me the few times I've casted it. And apparently I'm going to, because I just saw that Majesty 007 bought another Gen.M cast. So, apparently I'm stuck casting Gen.M constantly. That's just going to be my life now. Camp does get cleared up there. It is a front wall, though. Map is starting to favor CM after dark, but both teams still have a lot of options to win this game. Especially with that invis. Like, that invis can be nuts.
Do not squander it.
Both sides just picking up their camps, trying to put some map pressure out there. Looks like Gen.M is going to focus entirely on the top lane here, going all in on the Dahaka before the objective's even up, actually. Big leap! He does not have the burrow anymore. Essence already consumed, gets teleported back. The burrow, or Brush Stalker, wears off right before that teleport happens. Poor Dahaka lost all of his survival options and his speed. Thank you, Majesty 007. Am I just stuck, are you just gonna bribe me into casting Gen.M for the rest of the season? Is that what's gonna happen? I had to skip one of them because someone else picked it up before me. Oh. Wait, we might see the Dragon Knight move here. I don't know if Mei's gonna get there in time. Oh, she definitely got there in time. Anduin, though, does go in for the poke, taking a fair bit of damage. He should be able to heal it up just fine. Core is full shielded. I think these bruiser camps get shut down by Core pretty heavily. I know they can't solo a full health Core, but I don't know if they can solo any damage on the Core. Good push check. Unstoppable gets popped. Ice Wall goes down, Arrow gets whipped, Light Bomb goes out as well as the tongue. Garrosh losing a lot of his AP, Isolation shutting him down. Right Wing was in the middle of all of that. That is 2 down, no Dragon Knight for CM for the moment. Does not look like any core damage from the minion, but there's still plenty of damage coming in from the people. Chromie goes down as well. She was a major part of that defense earlier. Sonya zoning out quite a few. It is only Dahaka on the core right now. Greymane does go down. This is 5v1. Sonya's staying alive pretty well. Oh, I spoke too soon. GG's do get called here. And that is game 1 for CM After Dark. Solid game 1. Very solid game 1. Gen.M had the basically entirety of the early game, and then just started to fall behind, and then the snowball down the mountain. Let's do some alerts, because I know I missed some. I think I mentioned both Majesty 007 cast picks. I will definitely make sure to go about them. Espresso Sensei, welcome to the community. It is always good to have more people. And we are on the score screen, so I'm gonna run the ad. I'll let the ad run at its own time, because that'll be a little bit after I do the alerts. It'll actually be about now. Oops. Welcome, everybody, to game number 2 in our series between CM After Dark and Gen.M Esports. CM After Dark did win the coin flip, choosing first pick, so Gen.M Esports banned out Cursed Hollow and Garden of Terror. CM After Dark then banned out the... Infernal Shrines and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Gen.M Esports then takes us to... Crap, did I say the wrong person who picked the map? I did say the wrong person who picked the map. Oh, didn't I say red? There we go. Why did it say blue? Anyway, Gen.M Esports then takes us to Dragonshire, which they lose. And now they are taking us to Battlefield of Eternity. After that fantastic game 1, I can only imagine what we will be seeing now. We do see the Stukov as well as the Blaze banned out. Solid bans against Gen.M Esports. And then Junkrat and Hugger are banned out by Gen.M. This time I'm going to do my fancy stuff. I'm going to remember! Johanna is the first pick up. So we have an everlasting health bar on the side of CM After Dark. This isn't her best map, actually. So I'm not... Well, I guess she does counter a lot of racers. So maybe that's why? Maybe trying to shut down racers? Right Wing and the Haka are the next pickups. Again, Dahaka, that's an interesting choice for this map. Like, there's not a ton of bushes, so he doesn't really benefit too much from that. It's small, so it doesn't benefit global much. He doesn't have a whole lot of race. I'm curious, there's got to be a specific reason for that pickup. Maybe it's a denial pick? The Li Ming Vala, though, that's textbook. Like, that's textbook for this map. Don't know what this ban is. Anduin, okay. Those Anduin pulls were seriously on point last time, and they do need a healer, so that's a solid ban. Chroming! So we're just trading respect bands. that's what's happening here. Because I don't think I would be surprised if she could time stop the Immortal. That would just... That'd be toxic. That'd be so toxic. I'm so hoping that's not a thing. Because I'm just a mad... Oh my word! That would be so toxic. Greymane and Garrosh are picked up yet again. So probably... I think we're looking at a blow-up comp here. Probably going for the fast fights. Bella and Li Ming are pretty easy poke targets if you can get to them. You do have Brightwing Poly to get to them. You have Tahaka Tongue. So, like, you've got a lot of ways to get to them. Rhaegar! So we've got a full race comp here. And a Leoric. Full race comp and Leoric. To be fair, Leoric is pretty good in almost any situation. He's a pretty versatile off-lane. He does also round out the team quite a bit, because he's pretty hefty, and he can pick up a damage deny, or damage reduction. And Raynor is the final pick to round out our roster here. There's a lot of questions I have about Gen.M Esports draft here, but those questions could easily be answered by them just absolutely rolling this game. So, we'll see. Alrighty, everybody! Welcome to the map. Why did it not do the thing? It is not doing the thing. Why it's not doing the thing, I don't know. But I set up the fanciness, and the software did not allow me to do it. On the left side, we have CM After Dark, with Ice X on Johanna, Death Punisher on Rhaegar, Shut Up Heidi on the Li Ming, Final Cheetown on Vala, and Tiger on Leoric. On the right side for Gen.M Esports. I'm on the wrong screen, that's why. Ta-da! Okay. On the right side for Gen.M Esports, we have Infofox on the Garrosh, Leorice on the Raynor, Patience on Brightwing yet again, Randy Newman on the Greymane, and Cawthorn on the Haka. Big throw right out of the gate onto the Johanna. Unstoppable does help get her out of danger. Seriously, that Greymane likes blood. He very much likes blood. We're like less than a minute into this game, and he's already at half health, just going full in on the Johanna there. Do see two rotating up towards that top lane, likely to try and pick up that siege camp. It looks like Gen.M Esports is going to go and pick up that bottom siege camp. Yet again, no one gambled on CM After Dark. I know that there's fans of them in here. They were talking earlier. Both sides do pick up a siege camp. Spooky arm. Or spooky hand. I think it's called spooky hand. Anyway. Siege camps are answered relatively quickly and easily. Which does make sense. Cruiser camps do get started by CM After Dark. I think Raynor's starting it as well. Yeah, he is. Cruiser camp picked up a little early for CM After Dark. It's a very important aspect of this map, typically. Did give them level 4 advantage for a short time, but not a long enough time for them to take advantage of it. Cruiser camp picked up for Gen.M Esports as well. Greymane Syndrome is real? Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. Infox doing the best he can with that low amount of current health. Do you suffer from gray mane syndrome? Please contact your doctor to request inserts prescription name here. I can't think of anything funny off the top of my head for that. Immortals are spawning, and just as I thought, both sides are going for the race right out of the gate. Rayman trying to keep Johanna from interfering to the best of his ability. And we do reach halftime, favoring blue team by a smidge. Garrosh does engage to try and delay as best he can. With how close they are, every little bit counts. But it does not look like that was enough. In fact, Johanna did blind to do a significantly more, not a significantly more. So we do see first Immortal going in favor of CM after dark. He's going to be pushing the top lane here. Shields should blow pretty quick. Oh! Poor Johanna gets thrown over the wall. Not a whole lot to do in that situation. They did absolutely the right thing, though, focusing on that sidewall there. But she does go down, and the Immortal goes down just as quick. Front wall does go in favor of CM after dark. But what is a front wall? Who values the front wall? At the end of the day, can anyone truly say that there was, in fact, a front wall? Top siege camp is getting picked up here. Garrosh rotating to try and get to the point, but there's a lot of damage onto the DPS. Li Ming firing over the wall. And Raynor does go down for the top camp. Vala might be right behind. Graving takes her out, following himself. Li Ming does get the resets. That is 2 for 2 right now. All this for a siege camp, my friends. It looks like it's going to end 2 for 2, but Leoric gets to free push that bot lane all this time. Hey, that bot's back alive. Lots of damage onto the Johanna there. Both front walls are down in favor of CM after dark, though. That's moderately significant, actually. Looks like we might see another big fight for a siege camp. Teleport down. Tiger losing a lot of HP, and he does go down. Does not look like CM after dark want a repeat. They are just giving up that siege camp here. Immortals have spawned. Leoric will be up momentarily. It does look like Gen.M Esports does get a head start on this objective. Meanwhile, CM after dark are picking up their bruiser camp. Garrosh, though, sniffs it out. Lots of damage onto Vala, and she does go down the vault. Not enough to save her. The Hakatung does miss. Weird visual glitch there. We're gonna ignore that. What the hell was that? 10 advantage is in favor of Gen.M Esports, likely giving them that fight. And halftime did go in favor of Gen.M, and it looks like we're gonna see a full health Immortal here. And there's a small sliver gone. Basically a full health Immortal pushing in that bot lane. Heroics are available for both sides now. And here it comes. It does look like Leoric is going to give up that top lane to try and secure the defense. This fort is almost guaranteed to fall here. Infofox, though, eating half his health bar. Entomb almost securing him. Taunt onto the Johanna. Big Ancestral. Garrosh desperately wants the Ancestral. Dahaka does come in a little late, following up, maybe just to die here. Does look like he's going to disengage, but that is still a fairly healthy Immortal. But they do manage to save the fort. I was wrong. They saved the fort. That was a seriously impressive fight for CM here. Garrosh is rotating back to the site here. We have a flying Misha? What? Where's the Misha? Someone tell me what the flying Misha is. I'm very confused. Oh. Leo's very hard to gank. I don't think anyone saw the Rainer go top here. This might be a stealthy camp pickup. At the very least, no one is responding to it. This Ming damage on Garrosh is just way too much. Brightwing cannot keep up after it. Bot camp is getting picked up by CM after dark. Garrosh doing what he can to harass. He does walk in with the taunt. Ancestral going out onto the Vala, who is isolated right now. Joe is in a fair amount of danger, but does pop her Unstoppable to stay alive. 13 advantage is here for Gen.M though. And that camp just absolutely harassing the backline. The Raider. The Raider is Misha. Got it. Got it. Got it. Oh no, Rainer started pushing that top lane. He's very much on his own. Brightwing does teleport in to try and save him. Maybe he does so. Does do so. Throw onto the Vala, no one to follow up. Garrosh is out for blood, thinking his team is right there. But they're just trying to survive right now. That blue health bar dropping quite fast here. Gen.M Esports just disengages to reset. And it looks like we go back to racing. Leo loses a lot of his HP there. Halftime goes in favor of CM After Dark. Looks like Gen.M is looking to fight this. Bot camp does continue to push, though. Gen.M does disengage. Goes for their bruiser camp. Garrosh doing what he can, but I don't think he'll be able to stop this here. Rainer shows up, but that is a down Immortal. Entomb does go out. Garrosh losing a lot of HP. Does barely stay alive with help from the Brightwing. Still very close to death, though. Big slows onto Garrosh. He's desperately trying to walk away. Does do so. Hawthorne absolutely harassing the backline that entire time. Camp will push indefinitely in that top lane, but this Immortal is going to be doing a ton in the bot lane. Looks like Leo is going to save top fort, possibly. Maybe it'll be close. Haka might secure it. Yep. Looks like the Haka is going to go ahead and secure that. Entomb does get popped there. Bottom fort does go down, but the Immortal has basically no HP right now. And down it goes, and Garrosh wants blood. He wants blood. He's not going to find it, though. Dahaka does get picked up in that top lane, unable to secure that top fort either. I need more water. Potential fight brewing over this top camp again. Daka is not available, will be momentarily. Right Wing does go down. Big Entomb onto Greymane. Unable to take anyone with him there. Oh, and the pause happens. I didn't see anyone disconnect or anything, but pauses are legal. Not a bad time for a pause either. Time out! Alright, speaking of pause, I should pause the recording. That bot camp is still pushing. 16 advantages in play for CM after dark. Daka is going to answer that camp down there. Not a whole lot to take with the advantage they have right now. I guess they just set up for the Immortal. Pauses to build tension for the game. Kinda. I never know how to fill space in the pauses. And here come the Immortals. And the race is off! Red team's slightly ahead, but blue team catches up and surpasses. I think blue team is going to consistently win the race. Gen.M Esports does get a big throw onto Joe, but she is a Johanna. Garrosh throws the Dahaka out of the Entomb, trying to stay alive. He does go down. Dahaka might be next. He did pop the Essence, very healthy at the moment, but is getting hard chased down. Bot camp does need to be answered. Immortal does get picked up. I think top lane? I didn't look at the health. Oh yeah, definitely top lane. Camp does get cleared out. But here comes the big guy! 15-minute Immortal with half shield. This is not gonna be an easy defense. They do have a lot of burn for it though. The Orc does get thrown over the wall. Taunt does go out, securing him. He's not a whole lot of the siege, but he is a lot of the harassment, so he does go down. Johanna gets thrown as well. Immortal shield is gone. He's losing a lot of HP here. Down to half health. Daka does secure that bottom fort there.
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest for a time.
Makes sense that Lior is Hearthing. That's the word I'm looking for. Hearthing out there. They did manage to save their keep though. That's pretty huge. And that's the final fort of this game going down. I get the feeling Dahaka's panicking. His movement is pretty consistent with a panicking Dahaka. Top camp does get picked up by Gen.M Esports. Or at least he was panicking. I don't think he's panicking anymore. Gen.M might go for their bruiser camp. This is not a terrible time for it. There's not a whole lot else to be doing. It helps alleviate some of that top lane pressure.
I am on my way.
Garrosh! Your team is nowhere to be found. Don't do it. He wants blood. He wants blood. His armor could be more red. Top lane pressure is building, and here come the Immortals. And only Greymane seems to care. There we go. Gen.M is starting their race. Racing against no one. They do secure halftime very, very easily. Oh, poor Raider. I just saw it T-spawning. 20 advantages in play for CM after dark. Throw does go onto the Joe. Big taunt. She does pop her shield automatically. Silence onto the Greymane. Greymane goes down, followed immediately by Infofox. That is a 2-for-0 trade. Immortal at half health. Red Immortal does start getting burned here. Haka looking to try and re-engage potentially. Rainer is available as a backup. They are not going to get 20s, so they are instead going for 20s for the defense. Here's 20. Leroy's in a lot of danger. Does pop the Unstoppable for himself there. And once again, here comes the big guy. This keep is significantly less defended than the other one, and Greymane is not available right now. This is probably going to start doing some core damage. Greymane does join the fray here. Buried alive onto Raynor. Goes down very, very fast there. But Tiger might follow, losing a lot of his HP. Core damage has begun. Garrosh losing a lot of his health. He goes down. All the resets coming in. Chaining from Garrosh to Dahaka to Brightwing to the core. That is a 2-for-0 or 2-0 game for CM after dark. I'm gonna take care of something real quick and then try and get an interview, so I will be back momentarily.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How's it going for you guys?
Oh, we're feeling pretty good after that win.
Yeah, no, that was... Both of them kind of went the same, where Gen.M had the early game and you guys managed to pull it back.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how'd that, were you guys stressed out in that early game, or were you like, alright, we drafted for late game, we just gotta survive?
Yeah, I think kind of our mantra going into this, since we have a kind of a half of a new roster here, is just trying to learn and kind of not relearn the game, but kind of getting the mindset on post 20 2 kills is a end of game, right? Depending on how we're doing. So we really just wanted to kind of keep whittling down the forts, kind of keep the map pressure up, and then when it went to our favor, kind of post 16 and 20, those last couple of fights, we had ourselves in a good position to win the game. So there was some urgency and kind of repositioning a little bit and trying to get in our groove, but no major panic from the comms on our side. Okay,
makes sense. So for the most part, your guys' drafts kind of seemed textbook, which makes sense since you guys said you're a newer team. So fortunately, not a lot of things to mention there, but like you guys still did well. Like I'm trying to remember who the offlaner is. Tiger. Tiger did really good. Like every time I was checking on him, like he was doing a lot of stuff offlane wise that I was seeing getting a lot of value. Other than that, it just looked like you guys played a normal game, didn't do anything too crazy, and just played well.
yeah, we try to keep it simple as much as possible and not get too cheeky in there. So and it tend to work in our favor pretty well most nights. So
Makes sense. Makes sense. So when you say newer team, is that this season? Is your first season?
No, so the Cloud of Minds org has been around for a little bit after dark, and I should know the history at this point, but it's been around for a while with a couple iterations. But I think season, maybe a couple of years ago, season 12, 13 at some point is when kind of the core members of Tiger, myself, and Ice joined the team. Tiger was on the team; it was kind of his team at that point. But so we've been off around. I think this is now our 5th season together. As kind of a team that way, and then we had a few people move on and wanted to kind of take more of a sub spotter than a main player to kind of deal with some of the stuff in real life, and so we added 3 people, Mr. Papercut, who wasn't here tonight, and then Final Chai, and then however you say his name, Sheppenhide or Shadoopy is what I like to say in comms. So we added him as well this season. So new tank and 2 new DPS, and then Ice moved from a tank to a DPS spot as well. So we kind of have a mix of new people and some new roles happening here. So I wouldn't say we're quite a newer team, but we're still trying to find our bearings as a cohesive unit.
Okay. Makes sense that you guys would just focus on keeping things simple, keeping things textbook, and just trying to play better than your opponent. And today it worked out.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't have any other real questions for you, so I'll let you go with your shoutouts.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Well, I obviously, thank you for casting. Always appreciate the pickup there and kind of getting any sort of HOTS action that we can get out, on the internet. We always appreciate it. So thanks NGS as well for keeping this alive when Blizzard and Microsoft kind of wanted to put into maintenance mode. Thanks to Gen.M for the games tonight. They were close games. More so than what the domination will look like. So really appreciate them and thanks for the matches tonight. And then shout out to the Cloud of Minds org and the CMAD team here as well. Ice Tiger, Shadoopy, Chai, Papercut. Thanks guys. I really appreciate the time. I know it's a bit to take away from families on nights like these. So just appreciate whatever they can do, and they're great people. So I think that should cover it. Again, thanks for the cast tonight, and we'll see you around.
Yeah, you're very welcome, and good luck on your future matches.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Alrighty. So with that does close things out. I didn't think I'd have anyone to raid today, but it did look like a few people picked up casts last minute. So let me see who's live. Obviously, we're live. Who can I send you guys to? I think they're just starting. So I'm going to go ahead and send you over to Snarpungus? Yeah, I think that's how his name's said. I think his is just starting. So stick around and good luck to you guys and the teams over there. See you in a minute. That's the wrong screen.